So once again, I'm standing in Vietnam. Voila. And voila. And that is China. Now, as you know, I used to live in China, in Yanjiang, for 7 months. And in April of 2018, I was deported and told I cannot go back there for 5 years. It's now August 2020. So that's 2 years and 4 months. Yeah, so I've got 2 more years and 8 more months before I am legally allowed to go into that place. It's crazy. It's really strange to see it. You know, I passed it 2 days ago, I believe it was. Might have been 3 days ago. On the way to Sapa, I believe, on my Hajang Loop motorbike trip. And I saw China for the first time. And it's like, bloody hell, there's a country that I used to live in for 7 months, made so many great friends, taught so many great students. And to see a country that I hadn't seen since the day I left, to see it again, even just to see, you know, some trees and a mountain, I think, that I saw, to see it again was like, bloody hell, just for a personal kind of thing for me to want to see a country that I used to live in. So to see it again. And so close, and so much more of it. You know, before I could just see a little bit of it. Now I get to see all of that, and it's quite funny because there's this big grand entrance, this big zigzag. I believe it's like a walkway. There's some like steps next to it. You know, there's like a big. Where is it? There's like a big wall thing. Looks like the Great Wall of China, right the way along the top. This massive grand entrance, this waterfall, which is on the border. And then you just look behind me and you look at the Vietnamese, and we've got like a row of blue tents and a light. And that is the difference between the Chinese entry to this waterfall and the Vietnamese entry to this waterfall. I mean, look at it, it's just staggering. This was a 50-mile motorbike trip from Cao Bang. I pulled up in Cao Bang this morning. I was in a place, a really shitty little hostel, guest house thing. I'd ridden to in pouring down rain in the dark for 20 miles yesterday, so I missed 20 miles of scenery. And got to this place soaked to the skin. They just let me in and went bye. Someone came from the outside, let me in, shut the door behind me, and then left. So I was in this like guest house by myself all night. And when I left this morning, there was no one there again. I just left. There was no one there was no prices. There was no one to leave any money with. And so I had a free night's accommodation. But I've driven like 2 hours to Cao Bang. It said it was going to be thunderstorms. It was pouring with rain again this morning. I was like, oh my God, my clothes weren't dry. And I got to, you know, I said I looked on the weather forecast, there was like a 2-hour gap of sunshine and then thunderstorms all day. So I set off as soon as the rain stopped, made it to Cao Bang, and it's been glorious sunshine ever since. You know, it's been really sunny all day. You see like nice blue skies. It was blue skies, you know, the sun's kind of gone down over there. And I just went on a boat trip round, you know, right round past the waterfall, and you go right close. But as we got there, the sun just came out from behind a cloud and was just beaming down, and the light was just incredible. And it was just like the perfect timing. I paid the sailor, the guy, the captain, paid him double, and he took me right up close. I've been watching some of the other boats, and they don't go half as close. You know, they go like where this little rock thing is, and they turn around and they go back. But he went right up close. He went right along the front, and I was trying to take as many pictures as possible. But the mist from the vapor and the water just kept covering up my lens. It was really hard to take pictures. But yeah, being here and seeing China, you know, it's a wonderful time that I had there. An incredible time. So I'm just look at this place, man. Look at the state of it. You know, this one is so much taller than this one. You've got the little traditional outfit people coming as well. So this waterfall, my goodness. Anyone who's on the Hajang Loop ever, and wants to come here, follow signs from Cao Bang. And it's on the Chinese border. The roads are really, really good. And the scenery, my gosh, the scenery that I've seen today. Possibly the best I've seen so far, the scenery today. Because when I was up in Dongvan doing the next stage to Kaobang, when I stopped in the rain and got caught in, and it got dark. It was really, really foggy that day, so I didn't see much because, like you're up in the clouds in the mountains and it was so foggy, you don't see all the scenery. But today was blue skies, so I saw a shit ton of scenery. And I've taken well over 1,000 photos so far. Stuff like this, it never stops. You get these crazy shaped mountains, it's like these big lumps sticking out the ground, and it just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. This scenery just changes every second. As your perception of, your view of the mountains and the scenery and the landscape changes as you're driving along. You have to stop. I've just been stopping literally every few seconds, going, oh my God, look at it from this angle. Oh my God, look at it from that angle. And it's wonderful. My goodness. I wonder, I guess, because there is China. Some of the shapes of the hills and the mountains are the same. Because in Vietnam, there's just billions and billions of them. And that's not a lie. I've been doing this trip for 8 days. I think this is 9 days, set off last Sunday. I think it's Tuesday today, I'm not sure. But the staggering scenery, the scenery that you see here, my God, it's like being on the moon. Even though I've never been to the moon, it's stuff you've never seen in your life. You've never seen anything like it before in your life, Hey, look at this waterfall. Have you ever seen a waterfall like that? Or like that in your life? And it's bizarre, it doesn't seem to go anywhere. It's just this kind of like quite quiet river. It just seems to head on downstream. I don't know where it goes to, or even where it comes from. Looking on a map, it doesn't seem to be any massive kind of thing leading up to this waterfall. It's just a regular river on the map, but look at the size of it. It's just ridiculous. What a place. China, what a place. I really do miss it. Even though I've lived in Vietnam 2.5 years and I've made it my home, with all the corona nonsense going on at the moment, it's nice to just be in the northern part of the country, which I've never seen any of this before. I've literally never been further north than Hanoi ever, and it's just blown my mind. I went to Ha Long Bay 2.5 years ago, something like that, and that was incredible. This is like Ha Long Bay on land. The shapes of these mountains, they're just staggering. It's funny, there's words like staggering and breathtaking and jaw-dropping and epic and incredible and awesome and mind-boggling. It doesn't do it any justice whatsoever. It really doesn't do it any justice, because there are no words. There are no words to describe the scenery. It's like being on the moon, even though, obviously I've never been to the moon, but it's like being in space or on another planet. It really is. Look at these two beautiful women in their beautiful outfits. Wow. There you go. Momentarily distracted. Hello. Look at this. These ones are playing wow. I love their photos. Maybe I can move my bag up here. Yeah. And then a makeshift guitarist turned up. So yeah, China. Ni hao. Ni hao ma. How are you doing, me old China?